This wilderness is a really rugged place, but the valleys are steep, it's cold, it's wet, there are leeches everywhere. It's a very difficult terrain. Some places it's just hard to stand up.
West coast of Tassie, it rains 365 days a year. I'm almost fairly certain of it.
The West Coast is probably the most amazing bit of ground you've ever seen. You'll go from button grass plains to heavy forest to nothing. Rivers, it's a lovely area.
Buried deep within the remote wilderness of Tasmania is a place called Savage River. Located on the west coast, the area is rugged and untamed, renowned for its wilderness and natural beauty. But within this isolated green landscape, there lies a rich secret of another kind.
It is a rare magnetite deposit, that's for sure. The actual ore itself, as a magnetite goes, is a bit of an anomaly because it's very high grade.
Back a few years ago when I first started here, there was a bit of a bet between a couple of blokes about whether or not they could weld the two rocks together of high-grade ore.
They could pull these rocks out of the ground and pretty much weld them immediately. They were that high content of iron ore. Other operations within Australia are probably working with anywhere from 30 to 35%. Our high grade we pull out of the ground can be anywhere from 60 to 70 to over 70%. Something the Chinese call lodestone, which is very, very highly magnetic.
I think it was about $200 or $300 on the bet, and they got the old electrode out and joined the two rocks together. So that shows how good the grade is in some of the high-grade rock here at Savage River.
Welcome to Grange Resources' Savage River Mine, Tasmania's largest iron ore mine.
We take a rock like this and turn it into pellets like these that goes into the production of steel.
Steel. It's one of Earth's great commodities, used in almost everything that's manufactured in the world today. And to make it, you need iron. Iron ore refers to any rock containing metallic iron. It's the most common element by mass, forming Earth. Harder than most other metals, iron replaced bronze as the metal of choice for making weapons and household items. It was then discovered that when combined with carbon, it became even harder. Thus, steel was born. Some reserves of iron ore have now been depleted, but on the west coast of Tasmania, it's one of our best kept secrets.
It is the biggest open cut mine in Tasmania. We have the biggest dump trucks in Tasmania. We mine 15 million tonnes of dirt out of the ground, 5.5 to 6 million of that is ore. It's significant. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It doesn't stop. It's a big business.
We are probably one of the largest pellet makers in Australia.
Our company is a big industry.
Equipment here in Tassie is obviously the biggest we have here in the state, and even Victoria.
Big boys' toys, where you get to drive them around and thumping loud engines roaring as you're driving up the road.
We budget for around about 2.5 million tonne a year. That's in pellet form, loading onto ships. But yeah, it's quite a big dollar.
We turn over well over 200 million a year.
All the consumables that we use all come from local businesses. So I mean, for the Tasmanian economy, you know, it's a huge thing.
Grange Resources employ anywhere from 600 to 700 people. It is a big business in the region. It means a lot to a lot of people and injects a lot of money into communities.